Welcome, and thank you for joining the Live in Divine Harmony podcast. I'm Karmen, your divine synergist of Heart's Joy. I'm an awakened person of purpose. I have a passion for life. I'm a speaker, author, podcast host, and a numerologist. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss another episode. Let's dive in. In this week's episode on the podcast, I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite ways to work with and harness the energy of the universe. You hear me use that phrase a lot, especially when it comes to full moon time, new moon time, and really any astrological alignment. And frankly, I do this every single day, sometimes even on repeat, where I'm just so used to doing it. It's like muscle memory. Okay. And I want to share this with you so that you then can start to, if you choose, if it resonates with you, implement this in your daily practices as well, in your daily routine, if you will. So if you don't have a morning or evening routine, for example, I'm going to ask you to sit with that and start to implement something for at least 40 days, small, that's going to work for you. My morning routine does change from time to time. It normally includes a variation of stretching, yoga, meditation, journaling, chanting, and there's a few things that I read as well in the morning. My evening routine is going to vary. Definitely set me up. There are few different things that I do every single night to set me up for a successful next day, for sure. So the first way that I work with and harness the energy is a ritual. Let's talk about what a ritual is first, and then let's talk about why you would do a ritual. And by the way, I feel like a lot of us are doing this on repeat anyway. We just aren't aware of it, or we don't realize it because we're not conscious to what we're doing. So I'm going to ask you to get conscious, to get present, and get intentional about what these are that you're doing in the morning, in the evening, and frankly, throughout the day. Typically, a ritual is it's an order of performing a ceremony of sorts. Again, this is a practice. It's something that you're going to do, could be about the same time every day. You probably even have a morning routine of getting up, going to the bathroom. You don't even realize it. Taking a shower, getting dressed. You have an order of how you like to do things, of when you brush your teeth, how you brush your teeth. All of those could be called a routine, or it could be called a ritual as well. Different types of rituals are going to have different types of meaning. And for some people, they could call it a celebration. Some people even call, you'll hear me call like a new moon celebration or new moon ritual. So this is something that we constantly are doing. We just probably never thought to put words or a phrase to what we were doing. And it's interesting. I love to hear what other people do for rituals. I love to hear, especially those who are working with the moon cycles or the planetary alignments, what is a ritual that they're doing. A great example, I love to write things down and burn them on a full moon to let go. It's my way to release. Other people don't like to burn them because they have a different meaning of what the burning of those words on a sheet of paper mean, or how that works with the universe. So I'm using that as an example because it's going to be based on what resonates for you and really, truly how you're harnessing the energies of whatever it is. And I like to light things on fire. Thank you to some of my past lives that I am aware of as to why. Some people don't like fire. Anyway, we're not going to go down that road. So when you start to understand when you do a ritual, even potentially the order that you do it in, the power that it has behind you, even thinking to do the ritual, and then the order of it, the words that are used in the ritual, how it's done, burning of a sheet of paper, or keeping it or folding it a certain way, everything is energy. And you are simply creating an energy frequency to match what it is for that ritual that you're doing. I always ask people, what is the end result? What are you wanting to do? What is the end goal? What does that look like for you? So I'm got a couple others to share with you. And then I really want to talk about the power behind having these rituals or what you're doing every day to truly work with and harness the energy of the universe. Because I'm going to share with you why I lost my voice, because it wasn't that I got sick and lost my voice. It was actually because of a ritual that I did the evening that Saturn stationed direct at the beginning of this month, and how that changed the trajectory up until now of my month of November. So something that you've probably heard are mantras and affirmations. There is a difference between the two of them. Affirmations are positive statements that you normally direct towards yourself. Mantras, it was originally in Hinduism and Buddhism, and it's a word or sound that's repeated to aid like concentration and meditation. And when you look at a mantra in numerology, every letter is associated with a number, and every number is associated with an energy. So when we look at mantras, start to notice the energy frequency that's in each word that's spoken. And then you speak that word over and over and over and over as well. And for some people, it could be chanting. That's really what chanting is. It's the energy of the word or the sound that you're giving it at that time. And by the way, this is in the journal, the Co-Create Your Abundant, Passionate, Purposeful Life journal, where I have you write affirmations and or mantras every day that you're going to focus on. And I love this because it's going to be based on where you are and what resonates for you. So let's talk about the energy frequency that's spoken in each word. By the way, this is one of the many ways that how we co-create with the universe. So a great example is when you say the word work or serve. When you say it and speak it, notice the vibration in your body, where you feel it and how you feel it. My favorite word is harmony, and a lot of people love to say balance. So either say balance, how does that feel? Or say harmony or align. Because for me, balance is a perfectionism energy, and Jesus was perfect. And I say that on purpose, right? So it's kind of like Jesus was perfect. I think I wasn't living during that time. And when I start to strive for balance, I start to strive for perfectionism. And I can feel that in my body. So I focus on harmony or alignment. Another set of words to look at, again, notice when you say them, how you feel and where you feel it in your body, is challenge or stretch. I don't give challenges. I used to. It's not something that I teach. You may feel like it's a challenge when we're working together because I'm stretching you outside your comfort zone. It's uncomfortable. My other favorite one, and I just came up with this a few days ago, is instead of focusing on change, focus on expansion. And again, when you say the word change and you say expansion, notice how you feel and where you feel it in your body. And so now that I've brought some of those combination of words to your forefront of your brain, start to think about the words that are going on repeat. This is one of the focuses in the Creating a Life You Love masterclass, and you start to notice what you're creating. And then I teach you how to uncreate it, how to create something different, because we got to stop and interrupt the pattern in order for you to create what it is that you do want. And you can do this through mantras. It's another way to work with and harness the energy of the universe. And you can do this at any time. In fact, a lot of people, including myself, will include mantras and affirmations in our rituals, in our routines, in our practices. For those of you who are saying, okay, well, how is this connected to the Bible? Well, in the beginning was the word, was the spoken word, was sound. It's all energy frequency. And at some point, I will do a segment about music. There's still a lot that I would like to research before I actually do that podcast. And so it's again how you're increasing your energy vibration, your energy frequency to the level to get you to what you would like to create, for it to match. Because if you're in a lower energy frequency vibration and what you want is at a higher energy frequency vibration, you've got to figure out how to shift yourself into that higher energy frequency vibration for it to become a frequency match and then come into your 3D world. And I share all of this because when you do a ritual, for example, please be prepared for what you create. I've talked about it's the same thing as ordering off of a menu. So you are now telling the universe that this is what I would like. And of course, it's never going to come to you and how you think it's going to come. I've always been told that about a partner, that he's going to come to me in a totally different package and to be open to that. And I'm very much aware that, yes, I have had that experience multiple times, where someone has come into my life as a potential partner, and it's kind of like, I would not have thought of you as a potential before, and I do now, because I understand that how the sense of humor of the universe. And so to be open to whatever you receive. And I also understand to have clarity as well. So make sure that you are clear and make it simple so that you're not confusing the universe as to what to send you. And when we confuse the universe, you end up getting chaos or not what you want. Typically, it's not what you want. And then you're kind of like, well, was not what I ordered. I got to send this back. Cancel. Cancel, clear, delete, cancel. And okay, now how do I get what I thought that I asked for or what I'm looking to achieve? And so the first Saturday of November, Saturn stationed direct. And a gal that I follow, metaphysical maven, Magdalena, had posted a really cool ritual on her socials. And I had sent it to a couple of my friends and I said, I'm going to do this tonight. It's time. It was essentially letting go permanently of whatever you wanted to let go of that night based on the energies of Saturn stationing direct. And really, when I say that, it's the energies of what Saturn stands for. And when it's retrograde, it means one thing, and when it's direct, it means something else. And it really felt like go time. And I was very clear and careful with the words that I used. For example, if you say I want to lose weight, well, you could lose an arm or any limb and lose a lot of weight. So if you say I want to lose weight safely, without harm, that's why I say be careful with the words that you use. And I wrote down 12 things. I like to type out first things on the notes in my phone. And then I got into a meditation. And anytime that I do a letting go ritual or ceremony, I will bless it first and thank it, and then release it and light it on fire and let it go. And I did that. And I've never seen a sheet of paper go up so quick in my life. And for those of you who follow me on socials, I videotaped that. And then I came in the house and I lit charcoal, frankincense, and myrrh, which I actually prefer over sage. I did that. And for me, that was like a final release. And, there's all sorts of little things you can do. You can change your sheets before bed. You can take a bath, a salt bath. Those also can be rituals, routines, practices, and that you can make it a part of a bigger, if you want, hey, I'm going to do a combination of these 3 things. You can do that too. They all work in tandem with each other. And so that happened on a Saturday. And the next day I could feel a shift. Like I physically felt an energetic shift. And then Monday morning, I woke up with a sore throat. And one of the things that I had asked to let go of was the fear of speaking my truth, because I would typically catch myself going only so far and not fully speaking my truth and holding back. And I just don't want to do that anymore. It's not fair to anybody. And so, and I know that also me holding back doesn't help anyone else. And so I just kind of chuckled. And then that Tuesday, I got a headache. That Wednesday, I felt better. That Thursday night, I was down for the count. And it was almost like I could not let go of certain things that I had written down on that list. I was fighting it tooth and nail. And not until I had surrendered, then it was like, okay, my body then also caught up with me too. And I had to chuckle because the other 2 friends who did the letting go rituals all said on Monday what their ailments were as well and what they let go of. Because it's, again, keeping our hooks into trying to control and manipulate whatever it is out of fear. That's the bottom line. It's all fear of the unknown. If I let go of this thing that I said I was going to let go of, what's going to happen then on the other side? Because I know that expansion is out there and waiting. And yet your ego is wanting to just take control so hard, so tight. And that also comes out in your body as well. And I ended up losing my voice that next weekend. I don't remember the last time I've lost my voice. It rarely happens. Therefore, there was not a podcast to happen, because I knew what I wanted to share with you. And I wanted to share this story with you so that you truly understand how powerful you are when you do these rituals, when you're doing a simple routine every single day. And look at what's in your routines. Call it a habit if you want. That is how powerful you are and what you are creating in your life. And if this is something that you'd like to dive into, join me in the masterclass, because the masterclass is where we do a deep dive into this. And let me tell you, if you are ready to set yourself up for a win-win in 2024, hop in the masterclass. I've had so many people that have said, I didn't do it that year, and now I wish that I would have, because I was not focused. I was not intentional. I did not have my intentions set, because that's what we do in there. And then you're given it a 30 days of the daily journal. You can purchase the full 3-month daily journal to really harness and work with these energies every single day. It makes a huge difference. It's another way now that you've brought things from the subconscious to the conscious, and you're saying, yeah, I am going to stand in my power. This is who I am. This is what I stand for, and this is what I'm going to do intentionally today. And this is the outcome that I'm going to receive today. And this is the change that I am making in the world at this very moment. And in that masterclass, you will start to see how powerful you are, what your old routines, old rituals, old practices are, and given tools then on how to shift and change it. And yes, it takes time and time's collapsing. That's a whole nother conversation for another episode. If you have any questions about creating a life you love masterclass, if you have any questions about anything that I have shared in this podcast episode, please be sure to join the free online community, Creating a Life You Love, and ask in there. Would love to connect with you in there. You can go to hearts-joy.mn for mindynetworks.co. Thank you so much for tuning in this week's podcast episode, Live in Divine Harmony. Always be sure to share this with someone who they may find it interesting and helpful as you did. Until next week, sending you much love.